Hi guys, I'm Doggone. Welcome back to the Utopia Baseball League. It's Monday, July the 8th, 2019. Key West Parrotheads. Let me cover the good guys first. Key West is on top of the division, 7 games up above 500. Louisville is in second place, 10 games back. Nashville, 12 back. Charleston, 14 back. All three of those guys are pretty much out of the wild card race at this point. Richmond, Virginia Beach, and Raleigh are very much in the thick of the wild card race. Our rotation this year, we've basically been rocking a 6-man rotation for most of the year. I just recently switched back to a 5-man rotation. You can see Roman Ramos, 5-6, 3.81 ERA. Francisco Guerrero, 7-5, 2.30. Guerrero has sort of been the anchor, the ace of the rotation this year, although Ramos has had his moments. Jack Johnson has come along really well. He's red hot. He's now 5-3 with a 2.76 ERA. Todd Carpenter was a recent move into the rotation from the bullpen. He took Eric Roberts' place. And Jose Cantu is our 5th man in the rotation. Cantu appears to be getting better and better, although his record doesn't really reflect it. Howard thinks he's improved quite a bit. We have long relievers out here, basically guys who could start for us in a pinch. Eric Roberts and Richard Woods, old Dick Woods. We did have another guy here that I finally DFA'd, Mark Hicks. I just ran out of patience with him. He had no more option years, and I hated to DFA him because Howard thinks he's still got a little bit in the tank, but he was just performing abysmally, so I had to move him. I had to move some other guys too that you don't see here right now, but Roberto Canales had to send him down. And middle relief, Kirk Bishop has really performed well this year. I just signed David Conley. He was a former Parrothead. He spent a year with Tijuana last year and has done well. I finally signed him out of free agency, got him at a reasonably cheap price, and felt I could use an arm with the rotation this year. Jason Piper still trucking along with us, doing well. I don't know why Bishop is listed twice here. Setup, lefty John Johnson, and righty Christian Gonzo. They're both doing really well. Our closer, Manuel Cruz, I don't want to jinx him, but he's been completely dominant this year, 24 saves, and I think in 44 appearances. I think 24 saves out of 26 opportunities or something, or 25 opportunities. He has 1 blown save this year. Cruz has reprised his role from last year as cruise control. Defense has gotten better. We're back to 1st in the East League defense. Bullpen 2nd. Our starting ERA is 4th. I'm thinking that's going to improve now that we're not running a 6-man rotation. Runs against 3rd, not as good as I'd like, but not too bad. Our problem this year, you can see we're 7th in batting average. We just have not been hitting the ball. You can see our lineup here. The lineup looks a lot better now than it did not too long ago. A couple of our guys, Juan Lopez, although he's 2nd on the team in RBI, he has like a 206 batting average at first base. I finally had to put him on the bench. Ramiro Gomez, I actually sent down Ramiro Gomez. I sent him to AAA. No, wait a minute. I sent Juan Lopez to AAA. Ramiro Gomez has been benched. In fact, I might have sent Ramiro to AAA too. My 2 veterans, 2 most highly paid players, just crapping out this year. But Gomez has been red hot of late, and hopefully he's turning it around. Hopefully both these guys will turn it around. If we can be in first place and our lineup be so abysmal and pitching be kind of shaky, I think we're going to be okay. I think the lineup's going to keep hitting better, and I think the rotation will pitch better too. Mario Nunez is also you don't see him in the list, but he's in our bullpen as long relief and emergency starter. He has had a really good year. We have 14 pitchers in our rotation and bullpen this year because of the crazy schedule, the no off days basically. And I really wanted to give everybody plenty of work. So That's why I have 14 pitchers in the 26-man roster. Thank you. Shouts to OU for increasing that roster to 26. Allows me to keep 14 pitchers and 12 batters. Another guy who's really struggled this year is Matthew Canio, but you can see he's up to 260. He's coming back. Mark Combs struggled, but he's coming back. James Dalton is 100 points down from what he was last year on BA. Last year was abnormal. Hopefully he'll get that back up closer to 300. I'd be happy with a. I'd like a 300 from Dalton, but I'd be okay with 280. Russ McLean has basically led our lineup this year. Duck Hunter came alive and actually started living up to his rep and started hitting taters and just wreaking havoc out there. So he's been a bright, shining spot in the lineup so far this year. Stats so far. In April, we were 1 game over 500. In May, we sucked. 6 games under 500. And in fact, we're not in first place in the division for much of May. And in fact, I kind of lost hope, or I guess I lost expectation is the word, that we would actually win the division this year in May. But we had a really good June, 21-7. We turned around. In July so far, we had a sucky sim and we're 1-3. I hope that's not an indicator of what July is going to be. Raleigh has been kicking, and Raleigh kicked our ass 3 of those games. 3 out of 4 games in our series, they just beat us. They whooped us, including a doubleheader. April, May, June. Yeah, so we've kind of had a kind of schizo year, bipolar year. Flat in April, down in May, way down in May, way up in June, and then so far way down in July. What else? Batting leaders. Yeah, not too much to talk about here. Juan Lopez is now at Little Rock. That's why he's blue. Roberto Canala is now at Little Rock. 2 guys I never would have thought I'd send down, but they had option years, so yeah. Robbie Williams has come on and is doing well for us. Let's go. Let's see. Let me go check out Robbie here. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So Robbie is hitting pretty darn well. Well, he's 250, and he started off this year down in Little Rock, hitting 291, 364. And I have several second basemen: Frank Schmidt, John Hickey, and I've just really been looking for an excuse to send down John Hickey because I don't like his defense. But Robbie Williams has really strong defense, and I'm happy with what he's done. His OPS plus is 99, so he's right on. He's right there for us. He's got 7 home runs, and he's just going to get better. He's 24 years old. I traded a second-round pick for him, and he was a former Louisville guy. We acquired him in the off-season before 2018, and you can see he pretty much went straight up to Durham and did well in Durham. Did really well in Little Rock this year. Did well in Durham last year, and I kept thinking about bringing him up, but did not. And then started him in Little Rock this year, and he did extremely well. So I finally, I brought him up. And he's durable, which is more than I can say for most of my guys. So, yeah. All right, let's go check out the. One more thing. Let's talk about our injuries here, Key West injuries. The injury bug has not been too bad this year. We lost David Machado. We had so many problems early this year with hitting that I brought Machado up, and now he's out for 5 weeks. So Guerrero was injured and missed 3 weeks. Roger Green missed a couple weeks. Russ Duck Hunter was red hot and then got into a collision out of base and missed 4 weeks, and that was tough. But anyway, you see Roger Green's been hurt 3 times this year. He's fragile. And, we missed Jerry Armstrong for 6 weeks. That's another reason our lineup kind of tanked. That, Roger Green and McLean. Those 3 guys were hitting well, and now that they're all back, they are hitting pretty well. And that's why our lineup hitting partially the reason it tanked. Chris Roy was injured to begin the season. He was injured throughout the offseason, and now it's he's going to miss another year with us. And I don't expect to see Chris Roy back. He was a not a bad player, but not a bad pitcher, but he had 2 kind of abysmal pitches, but he was a starter, and I'm still hoping he'll come back, but if he does, he's probably going to be, I don't know, his ratings may take a big hit. So yeah, but overall, injuries are way down this year, although we are having plenty of injuries. Most of them are tic-tac injuries, a few days, a few weeks, and man, I got no problem with a few weeks. It's these, the 7 to 8 month things that just drove me nuts. Let's see, lineup, strategy, transactions. Let's see here. News. Yeah, we had 4 guys selected to the UBL All-Star game. Russ McLean finally lived up to expectations, made it. Frank Guerrero and Jack Johnson, 2 starting pitchers, made it. Well-deserved. Flint Townsend, catcher, selected to it. Townsend, I traded Lancaster to get Townsend, I think 2 years ago, and 2 seasons ago, and Townsend has finally been coming on for us and doing well. And I was really tickled to see his name on the All-Star list. It's probably going to screw me later on because he's going to ask for more money. But, yeah, Flint Townsend has really come on. And, he's a good defensive catcher. So, I like, that's good. It really tickles me. Here was the news that I was thinking about when I clicked over here. Manuel Cruz, UBL East League Pitcher of the Month for June. This guy, he's been amazing. I still can't get over that I brought him in to be a setup or a middle reliever, and instead he's turned into my closer and Mr. Automatic. So really happy about him. Let's see. Anything else to brag about here? No. But you can see Russ McLean has been mentioned. June. July. Even though he missed 4 weeks, still selected to the UBL All-Star game. So I thought it was pretty amazing. James Dalton has been a bit of a disappointment. I'm hoping I think I already talked about that. I'm hoping he brings his batting average up. So, yeah. We just started the year ice cold, really. I've enjoyed the IFAs, the International Complex. I do think we need to do something about it, and I think we're all in consensus agreement that, the AI teams get too much of a chance at the IFAs as it is now, and I've really enjoyed that addition to the game. It's a cool new way to get players. Disabled list. What else do I want to look at? I guess that's it. Let's go look at the league standings. Take a quick look around the league. Madison still dominating the ENI and has put a good distance between himself and Richmond and Virginia Beach. Madison has had, I think Orlando said, 4 of his starting rotation was selected to the All-Star game. So, yeah, he's pitching well. He's hitting well. All things working for Madison right now. Excuse me. I'm having a caffeine crash right now. Winnipeg, on top by long shot over in the west-northwest. The Brawlers have started to move back up, 10-10. Portland making a nice strong run, 7-3 run. But they're 3 games under 500. Lancaster is, I guess, in the tank. And it looks like they are in sole possession of the tank. Charleston is 4 games behind them, and Nashville 6 games behind them. I really did not expect this out of the East-Southeast, the Big Easy. Louisville, 2-8 in their last 10. Well, I guess thanks, Gusta, maybe. I hate to win my division with everybody else just tanking it, but But whatever it takes to get to the postseason, right? Richmond or Virginia Beach probably skin us alive this postseason in the Lamb ship, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Tijuana giving Oklahoma all it can handle. The hated Cabrones just kicking the Wheat Kings with donkey punch, and in fact having a great hot streak. OU was commiserating about losing 3 out of 4 to the Great Salt Lake in a recent sim. And, I don't know, man. Salt Lake's got more than it's shown in recent years, but oh well. And Vegas, Borman just said something about putting some of his guys up for sale. I wish I could afford them. I wish I had room for them. I'm having a 40-man crunch right now. A lot of my players are out of option years, so option years have suddenly become even more valuable to me than they were. Okay, that's the standings. Quick look at the newspaper. The Cabrones are on top in power rankings. Winnipeg, Oklahoma, and Madison, Richmond. Key West has finally fought its way up into the top 10 of power rankings. That's good. I think we'll probably be a top 6 club from here on out as our guys' bats come back to play and some more guys start to get hot at the plate. Dan McKinney is one of the aces who is available right now, and I'd sure like to get McKinney. I don't think I've got anything that Borman needs, though, so I may just have to watch that from the sidelines. What else? I think the changing the injury setting to low for the season really slowed down the injuries. Let's just go take a look at it right quick. Few weeks, 4 weeks. This is, of course, the injury of the year. Al Walker accidentally shoots himself in the foot. That's interesting. 4 weeks. Let's see. Danny McDonald, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. The great Carlos Fabian, 3 weeks. 4 weeks for Bill Coughlin. Looking for a big one. I think it's 5 to 6 weeks for Todd Ruffin. But Ruffin is wrecked, right? Todd wrecked Ruffin. Tijuana lost Justin Landry. That's tough with a broken elbow, 4 to 5 months. So, yeah, some big injuries are happening. It couldn't happen to a more hated team. What else? I guess that's, man, I haven't dig deep back into May. 5 weeks for Jose Hernandez of the Favres. 4 months for Oklahoma closer Luis Garcia. Garcia had been, he's an old guy, right? And OU had brought him in for depth, and Garcia went down. I think I'm thinking of the right guy. Let's see. It's the months I'm searching for here. Tijuana's catcher Jorge Santos, injured, post-concussion syndrome. That's tough to recover from in the game. 4 to 5 months. Despite all that, Tijuana is in first place. Oh, pardon me. Now, back in our last really major rash of injuries occurred back in the spring. April, Richmond lost Casey Garner, 4 to 5 months. Raleigh lost Riley Cochran, another middle reliever, 9 months. Isotopes got hammered early and often. They lost Raul Julio, 9 to 10 months, torn UCL Tommy John. Charleston lost Mark Carpenter for 2 months. Elwood Jackson of Tijuana, get another Tijuana injury, 2 months, and yet Tijuana has overcome these injuries. We lost Jerry Armstrong, a month and a half. Yeah, Mark Chambers of Tijuana, 13 months, man. Tijuana got hammered with injuries, but still somehow is on top. Portland lost Hector Molina, 4 months. And, of course, we got the word that Chris Roy had a setback, 7 to 8 months. Yeah, here yet another Tijuana injury. Anibal Villegas, hip strain, 5 months. And despite all that, they're on top of Oklahoma. What else? Yeah, career-ending injury to Virginia Beach bum Rob Harris. This guy, man, I'd like to transplant a new shoulder into this guy and get him back, right? Yeah, another career-ending injury, Jose Chavez. Tough to lose a starting pitcher like this, even now, man. Staple another shoulder on him, right? Give him a bionic arm. Get him back out there. I'll take a chance on him. And another, Jose Hernandez was lost to Madison, reliever. Let's see. Bobby Daniel. Richmond lost Bobby Daniel. Nashville lost reliever Dave Picot. And it seems like I'm missing somebody with Nashville. Who am I missing? Is that it? Oh, Felipe Rubio, reliever Felipe Rubio with Nashville. Yeah, so also let's check out Louisville while we're here. Louisville, you know, Gooksta was talking about the right way to manage his players, and look at this, guys. Look at this. The Ville. Okay, Tim Parker, 1 to 2 weeks. Greg Mooney, 3 weeks. Wasn't it Mooney who had been hurt earlier? Yeah, earlier in the season. Man, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. I think we need to find Gooksta's secrets, guys. We need to find the secrets. That's right. All right. Yep, Gooksta. I'm starting to be a believer, pal. What else is going on? What else? And available personnel, UBL players, amateurs. I guess that's really it. History. Recently retired. Let's look at who recently retired. Bill Gray. We already talked about these guys. Kurt Jackson of Oklahoma. Elroy Hollis of Winnipeg and Bill Gray of Raleigh. Yeah, we already talked about these guys, didn't we? Recently retired. And the CEI guys aren't listed here. I guess they'll retire at the end of the year. All right, well, prospects, minor league systems. Let's go check one more thing while we're at it. Team info. Let's see. Reports home. Where's the team versus team? That's what I want to know. Team versus team. I want to see who's whooping up on us. Who's whooping up on us? Madison. Oh, Portland. We're 0-4 against Portland, man. And Raleigh. Really? We're 6-5 against Raleigh? Oh, wow. So Portland has got our number. And Madison, we're doing pretty good otherwise. We're doing pretty good. Oklahoma. Oh, we're good against Oklahoma. We need to play Oklahoma. And Virginia Beach. We need to play these guys more often. Well, all right, guys. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'll check in with you another time. Bye.